Hello everyone, welcome to this video. From this video onwards, we are starting a very new series, that is interview preparation series. Here, we will be dealing with some interview questions and I will be telling you some model answers to that questions. So let's get started with this series. So this is the part 1 series where we will be dealing with some React questions. And so let's get started now. So the first question is, what is React? What are its key features? Now what you can do, you can stop this video here, you can pause this video, think about the question and its answer. Then we can move forward. Okay, so the answer is React is a JavaScript library developed by Facebook for building user interface. Its key features include virtual DOM for efficient rendering, component-based architecture for reusability, JSX for writing HTML in JavaScript, and unidirectional data flow for managing state changes. So I have highlighted the keywords here. So this makes it easy to remember. So first, what you have to remember is it is a JavaScript library developed by Facebook and builds user interfaces. So if you have to write down five key features of it, so as we see here, there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 key features here. So you have to remember like virtual DOM, component-based architecture, JSX, unidirectional data flow. And in this way, you will be able to remember the answers quickly. Now here comes the second question. The second question is explain the concepts of virtual DOM in React. You can pause this video and think about the answer. Here is the answer. The virtual DOM is a lightweight copy of the actual DOM. React uses its enhanced performance by minimizing direct interaction with the real DOM. When state changes occur, React creates a new virtual DOM, compare it with previous one, and updates only the necessary parts of the actual DOM. This process optimizes rendering and boosts overall application performance. So if we go by the keywords, so what are the important things you have to remember here? It's a lightweight copy. Why we are using virtual DOM? Because we do not have to deal with real DOM. So it minimizes direct interaction. What does it do? In the background, it compare the things, what changes have been done, and updates only the things that are necessary. So when it is changing only the things that are necessary, so it will optimize re-rendering, and finally it boosts the application performance. Now let us come to the third question. What are the differences between state and props in React? So you can pause this video and think about the answer. Now let us get to the answer. State and props are both used to manage data in React, but they differ in their purpose and usage. State is used to manage internal component data that can change over time and is managed within component using set state. Props, short for properties, are used to pass data from a parent component to a child component. They are immutable and help in maintaining the flow of data in React application. If we go by the keywords, then what is the important thing that we have to remember is here is both are used to manage data. State always stores the internal data and uses set state method, while props are also called properties. They pass the data from parent component to child component. Since it is passing the data, so it is immutable, and we are passing the data, so it maintains the flow of the data. So it's quite easy. Like if we go by the keywords, it becomes very easy, and you will be able to remember the answers. Now the fourth question is, how does React handle data flow within components? You can pause the video and think about the answer. Now let us get to the answer. So React follows a unidirectional data flow, meaning data flows in single direction. Any changes in the data triggers re-rendering of the affected components. This flow prevents unexpected changes and make the application predictable and easier to debug. Additionally, React provides mechanisms like state, props, context to manage data, pass data efficiently among components. So if we go by the keywords, what is important here is like the data flows in React in a single direction only. And whenever you try to change any of the data, that component where it is changed, it will get re-rendered. And when this process is happening, it is quite predictable and you can debug it very easily. Therefore, we can say it is quite helpful for to understand how the data is flowing or how the data is passed, because there is unidirectional data flow. So here we have used some of the methods like state is used to manage internal data as we discussed in the last question. Props refers to properties that is used to pass data from one component to another component, and context, which we will be coming to like in few questions in the next series. So you will get an idea what context is and how they're effective in managing the data among components. Now let us come to the last question. What are higher order components in React? You can pause this video and think about the answer. Okay, so here the answer is higher order components are functions that take a component and return a new enhanced component. They enable code reuse, logic abstraction, provides a way to share common functionality among multiple components. HOCs or the higher order components are powerful pattern in React used for handling state, accessing data, managing authentication across different components. So if we go by the keywords, so here lot of keywords are used, so we can compare it accordingly. So what does it do? You have to pass a component to another component. So these are the function that takes a component itself. So you're passing a component inside a function, and that will also return a component. So what will happen? So if you're passing a component inside a function, it makes it really easy to reuse the logic, and you can use the same logic everywhere. Because of which, since you are passing the components across the different functions, so you can share the same logic as well as the same functionality you can have across multiple components. Beside this, you can handle state, access data, manage authentication across different components with the help of higher order components. So I hope you like this video. We talked about of the very important 5 important questions. In the next series, we will be coming with more 5 questions. And I hope if you like this video, please don't forget to share, like, share, and subscribe, as well as comments what is your favorite part and if the series should continue going. So let us recap for some of the questions like that we discussed. What is React and what are its key features? So it's a JavaScript library built by Facebook. We can build user interfaces. So what are the features include? It's virtual DOM, component-based architecture, uses JSX and unidirectional data flow. Concept of virtual DOM, the, it is a lightweight copy, minimize direct interaction with real DOM, compares and only changes the things that are necessary. Therefore, it boosts the performance. Difference between state and props. So state manage the data internally using set state. Props pass the data from one component to another component, maintaining the flow. React handle data flow. So it's a single direction, unidirectional data flow. Helps us to like make the application more predictable, easier to debug. And we have already discussed about state props. So this and the last one, higher order components. So these are the components that are passed into a function. They makes the code reuse logic and abstraction, and you can share the common functionality among different components. Also, you can handle state, access data, manage authentication across different components. So I hope you like this video. Thank you, everyone.